I've been seeing on your social media, you've been taking some body shots lately, trying to get
Yeah,
you get the attention of Shane Gillis.
yeah.
I heard that he might be in for that walkout.
Well, he said I'm in, right? He responded to a video and he said I'm in.
What's what's going on with you, brother? Thank you for joining
I'm
me.
all good, man. Of course, bro. Of course. There we go. I actually heard them mention you on Tuesday on the Bare Knuckle show. Don't they do that show live on Tuesday?
Yeah, yeah. Shout out
Yeah,
to them. They've been showing some love lately.
that's good, man. That's good.
Stand up guys at the BKFC there. So congratulations, brother. You're back. You're back at Knuckle
Yeah.
Mania. It's an anniversary for you.
Yeah, Knucklemania 6. It's been a little over a year since I had a fight, man. I'm anxious to get in there and
Yeah,
throw some hands.
let's go, baby. I can't wait to see it. I'm making the trip for sure for that one.
Yeah, you sound like, what are you from Canada?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I heard it. I heard it.
Yeah, I know it's a giveaway. Most
That's all
most
right.
most people are picking it up, but yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm excited for that one. Knuckle Mania, another big show. But you were supposed to. I thought you were supposed to fight. You were supposed to
Corey
fight
Willis.
Corey Willis, right? In
Yeah.
October. What happened with that?
I tore my bicep 3 weeks before the fight.
Yeah, I think I kind of remember that now.
I threw a left hook. I was sparring with one of my teammates, Kyle Dawkins, who's in the UFC, and he just put a frame up and just checked it and pop. Like we heard it. It was just him and I on the mats, and we heard it pop. And I was driving home, and I just knew it was. I've heard other people have that injury, and I just knew it was it was popped off of the bone. So I called Dave on my way home and just let him know like biceps gone. So it's one of those injuries that like you really don't have to get surgery. You lose some strength. They call it supination. It's a rotation like this, right? So like you lose, they say 50% of your strength that way. So the distal bicep actually isn't like you could see it in my arm. It's kind of awkward. Like it's flat here,
Yeah,
and then you have the bicep there. So the distal biceps down here. So you don't lose like strength that way. You lose it this way, which is yeah.
yeah.
It's
I've seen a couple of videos, guys doing preacher, and I see them pop.
yeah.
It was it something like that where it just kind of
Yeah, it popped right off the bone. I went and got an MRI, and it was funny because when I went and saw the doctor, it was like I didn't get with him till like 4 days later. I got the MRI, and he was like, "Yeah, it's gone. It's off the bone." And he was like, "You know, you can fight if you want." I'm like, what? He's like, "It's gonna hurt like hell, but you can fight. Like, you can't tear it off the bone anymore. It's off the bone." I'm
damn.
like, "Well, like, what are my options?" He's like, "Well, you could not fight and we could do surgery, or you could fight and it can hurt like hell." He's like, "You have a lot of inflammation because of the trauma to that area." It was one of those things where I'd already pulled out, so I'd already, because I didn't know. I just knew like I couldn't bend my arm. With me not being able to train, it didn't make sense. I was fighting a 2-0 Corey Willis, who eventually went on to fight the Cuban and went, the longest fight
Yeah,
that had ever went with the Cuban.
yeah. He
So
looked good.
clearly he was a game fighter. He didn't look very good.
Well, he didn't
He
get
kind of
finished in the
looked,
first, right? So that
he
was
didn't get finished in the first.
that
It
was a
was a
win in
fucking
itself.
clunky fight. Yeah, it was a clunky fight, man. He kind of exposed the Cuban a little bit though, to be honest with you. He inadvertently uh like showed the Cuban's weakness as far as like his gas tank, one, and then two, the high guard, how he's not that good against a high guard and a moving target. Like Corey was again inadvertently going forward with a high guard. He was like frozen here, and the Cuban couldn't get through to his high guard, and it was like gassing him out. I mean, obviously he got to him eventually, but kind of showed a kink in the armor, if you will.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. We're used to seeing him just kind of walk through
Yeah, I
guys.
can beat the Cuban too. I could
Yeah,
beat
you think
Cuban.
you got Perdomo's number?
I really do. I'm not just like he's good, right? Like he's good. He's a good fighter. He's tough. But like he hasn't fought anyone that came forward yet, right? Like no one's come
Yeah,
forward on him. Everyone backs up,
he's got the
and
intimidation factor.
he's got the intimidation factor, and everyone backs up. And I don't back up, right? Like I might back up like to kind of reset and get back to 50-50, but like I'm not gonna stay backing up, or I might L step or something or cut an angle. But there's no back up in me. And plus I'm more experienced in fighting than any of the guys who he's really fought. Like he fought Arnold Adams is probably the most experienced guy,
Hmm.
but like even Arnold Adams isn't an experienced fighter, right? Like he was a bare knuckle guy. Like what had he had ever done in combat sports previous to bare knuckle?
Yeah, I don't really know. I know he was on BKFC 1. I think it was the first
Yeah,
fight ever
exactly.
in bare knuckle.
Yeah, I mean, he's an experienced bare knuckle fighter, but like I don't think he has like real combat sports experience. To me, the guys who have been a part of the fight game have done really well in bare knuckle because they know how to fight, right? They know the feels of a cage, they know the pace of a fight, right? Like they know when to go, when not to go. And not for nothing, some of these guys that get in the bare knuckle ring are like not fucking fighters. Like they're just not, right? Like they're not. And it's okay. But to me, my pedigree, my athletic ability is top tier in the heavyweight division. And that goes for
Yeah,
Perdoma too.
100% it is. And I remember when you debuted, it was kind of like, you get excited when you see a heavyweight that's, fucking
Moving.
Rick Shithouse, you know what I mean? In
Yeah.
shape, ready to bang. It's like, all right. So yeah, I've always been
Yeah. I mean,
excited.
tell me a heavyweight who's built like me.
Not too many, man. Not too
I
many.
don't, there's none of them. There's none of them like,
You know who
who? I mean,
I think of, but I think he's a tuber, really, is Brian Atchison. Is that his name?
I never even
Brian
heard of him.
Defiant.
Is he a 205er?
I think he's a 205er
You
though.
got
But
your computer in front of
yeah, I could probably look it up.
you?
But
Yeah.
yeah, he's in. But yeah, no, you're right. There isn't too many. There isn't too many, right? And like it shows
There's
too.
not, there's none. There's none. There's nobody built at 250 pounds
It's pretty much
that
yeah.
moves.
You would have to, unless Romero came up, like you know what I mean. Yoel,
Yeah. I think he's fighting at 205,
he's
but
a
his last fight was
205.
at heavyweight, right?
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah. He fought at heavyweight. His debut was at heavyweight, I think.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
so
I'm a fan of Romero too.
yeah, he's gonna be
I
there
sat next to
too,
him at the
man.
press conference.
This is yeah, he's it's exciting to see him come over, He's got some haters. He's got a I don't know, he's got a big fish to fry with Lorenzo though, man. I don't know how you see that one going.
I, Look, Romero's an experienced fighter, man. I've watched Lorenzo Hunt get fucking choked out by Joe Pfeiffer in real time, right? Like, uh, I made my amateur MMA debut when Lorenzo Hunt fought Joe Pfeiffer in MMA
Oh, I didn't
at
even know they fought.
2300 arena, right? The arena where we had the press conference at that held BKFC shows. I Joe Pfeiffer fought Lorenzo Hunt that night. Come here, son. Come on over here. My son wants to be on a podcast. He's
Let's
all
go.
excited. No, this son, not that son.
It's a family
This is
thing,
my
baby.
son
Let's go.
Liam. This is my son Liam. He wants to say hello.
Hey buddy, how are you?
Oh, what's up, dude?
What's going on?
You excited to watch Daddy fight? Yeah. Yeah, you were at the last one? He was at the last one and he got to watch me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I got
Did
to
you
get him on the Jumbotron. We were at the Flyers game there,
oh, okay.
and all he wanted was to be on the Jumbotron. Did everything, danced, everything he could do to try to get on the Jumbotron, and he never got on. So I'm going to talk to Dave, and I'm like, yo, dude, we got to get my son on the
Let's
Jumbotron at
go.
the event. So
100%.
go watch the event.
Yeah,
Keep that down.
so what do you think, man? Like I feel like Zach Helmus was, a game competitor
Hmm.
compared to Rumsey. I think he was a little bit better. You kind of went through him like a knife through hot butter.
Yeah.
Bear
Yeah.
Hills, he seems exciting so far. You know what I mean? He looks like
Mhm.
he's an exciting fighter. What do you know about him?
I know he's tough, right? Like he's tough. He's a big body, right? Like he hits hard, right? Because he's so big, he hits really hard. Um, I don't. He's not as athletic as me, right? He has a puncher's chance, right? Like if I get sucked in, if I get sucked into his range, right? Like his right hand range, he landed a right hand against. I forget it was the one opponent was that knocked his tooth out, right? He will let his straight right go, right? He'll just throw it. It's straight and it's sharp and it's accurate. So, we have to account for his right hand. He likes to throw a left hook too. Um uh he he has power, right? Like he does have power. He's a big body. He's gonna have to cut down. He's bigger than me, right? Like he's bigger than me. I'm gonna say he's 6'3", 6'4".
Oh, I
I'm
didn't
only
realize he
six
was that
one.
tall.
Yeah, he's big. He's a big body. I know he's gonna have to cut to make the weight, right? To get down to 265. So he'll outweigh me, right? Which means that like he'll probably try to lean on me a little bit, right? He's probably gonna try to hang on me, right? And try to wear me out that way. But I'm an MMA guy, right? Like I know how to drive an underhook. I know how to disengage. I know how to get a frame. I know how to get a collar tie or a tie clinch. Right? Like I know the clinch game too. So he's not going to be able to like clinch me better than me, right? I think in MMA he was 2-1 and he's 2-0. So he's a 4-1 pro fighter that he's got some experience. I know he's got a bunch of amateur fights as an MMA fighter, but I just consider myself level above these guys. Like I just know the class and caliber of fighters that I've been around, that I've trained with, and I just don't. I've seen the fastest hands. I've seen it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I've been around it. So there's like there's nothing that anyone's gonna throw at me that's gonna like surprise me. There's no speed that is gonna be like, oh, dude, he's so much faster than I thought,
yeah,
or he's so much stronger than I thought.
yeah,
Like I've grappled with Gordon Ryan, dude. You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
like
That's unreal.
I
I know you trained with John Jones as well.
yeah,
That was
yeah. So it's
and
like
I do see you with the Dawkins brothers. I seen them in your corner in the last fight.
yeah,
It seems like you Philly guys stick together. I had
yeah.
Lex on here as well. Lex Ludlow.
Nice.
Shout out to
Lex is the
Lex.
man.
He had high
Yeah,
praise for the Dawkins brothers, Kyle and
yeah. Chris.
yeah, Chris. Sorry, Chris.
Yeah.
But yeah, but then I see you with them too. Do you train with Lex as well?
Oh yeah, Lex is my teammate. Oh yeah, Lex is
Oh,
my
baby.
teammate, man. We've been together, training bare knuckle, training MMA together, and Christian Kyle. We've been together our whole careers, and it's come full circle. We circled back at least Lex and I circled back with bare knuckle, and it's been good, man. Like Chris and Kyle are smart. Like it's not just they're good, right? They're
Yeah.
smart. Chris fought fucking Derek Lewis. He fought Curtis Blades. He fought Jairzinho Rosenstrike. He fought the who's who. He was a top 15 heavyweight in the
Yeah,
world
he was.
who was a boxer, right? Like he wasn't fucking kicking people in the head. He was throwing hands. So it's like I've
Oh,
been boxing with Chris since Chris was knocking people out at T-Mobile Arena, right? Like I walked out with Chris at Nationwide Arena in front of 21,000 fans, like sold out main event, right? Like so, like
crazy.
when I think about fucking Zach Calmus, it's like get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna kill this guy. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
he was actually on a 4-fight win streak when I fought him.
Yeah, he had
Um,
a lot of experience too.
yeah, a ton of experience, and so did Rumsey. Rumsey had fucking 5 fights in bare knuckle, and I mowed him down. I think of myself as a different level of fighter than these guys. But like I said, I have to give them the respect that they deserve going into the fight because they're willing to get in there with me. Like and anyone who sees me or has seen me fight or knows of me, and is still willing to fight me, that means that they think they can beat me, right? They sign the dotted line, and he says, yes, I'll fight him. So I
Hmm.
have to give that person respect in the sense of my preparation. But my confidence is something that I've always had just because of my preparation. Like I prepare to win, you know, and um something I learned while I was in Albuquerque was like you have to prepare for that fighter, right?
Hmm.
Like if anybody knows anything about John, he never took a short notice fight, right? Like if his opponent fell off, like he wasn't fighting. And that is because he specifically trained for that specific fighter. I'm training for Bear Hill, you know, I'm training for Bear Hill. Like what we're doing is for Bear Hill. And we have a plan. And to me, it's like, I can't lose.
Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
go. And yeah, they are signing that dotted line to fight you, but not just fight you, fight
Yeah.
you in bare knuckle. So like what do you think though? Because like I don't know if bare knuckles for everybody. You know, some of these MMA guys, they might be great
Mhm.
fighters, but they're like, you know what? I don't want no part of that shit, especially at heavyweight. You know what I mean?
I think that I think that's like a stigma that guys put on bare knuckle because it seems like fighters or UFC fighters who maybe are over the hill, who maybe got cut or looking for a second wind in a career had come over to bare knuckle. So it's almost like it's gotten this like this dirty reputation of like the B League or something. Or like
Yeah,
it's a promotion that like after you fouled you go to like you only go there after you fouled in the UFC, right? And I think a lot of why people say that is because they don't want to say they say they're not going to do bare knuckle because they don't want to say that they didn't make it in the UFC or that they got cut by the UFC. I really do think that any fighter given the right amount is going to do it, right? And to me, it's just a matter of how much money. Because the guys in the UFC, it's like, bro, you're a fighter. Feldman cut you a check for 500 grand, and you're a fucking Israel Adesanya, and you just got cut. You're gonna fucking do it. I don't care who you are. You're gonna do it. Yeah, I think that's bullshit. I don't think they're scared. I think they just don't want to say they'll do it because of the stigma of ex UFC fighters doing it. You
yeah.
know?
Well, Brian Battle recently said someone asked, I think it might have been Savage Combat asked him
Yeah, yeah,
at
I saw that
the
interview.
dirty boxing, right? And he said, "No, I'm not." So do you think that's in his case or because I think bare
I
knuckles
think it's in
got kind of
anyone's
more
case.
eyes than dirty boxing.
He signed with the PFL actually.
Oh, did
Brian
he?
Battle did.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
yeah. He was wearing. I think he like took a picture of him like with some PFL gear on, and it said like good news or something. Yeah, I think he's a fucking liar. I think that's just yeah. I mean, dude, you're fucking dumb if you won't take a bare knuckle fight for
Yeah,
the right amount. Like that's dumb. Like you're dumb. Like of course you would, dude. Like if you go over to the PFL, which by the way, PKFC is a bigger name than PFL. Like
let's go.
it's I
I think
fought in the
so.
PFL. Yeah, I fought in the PFL. And I know how many eyeballs they get. They couldn't sell out a fucking Wells Fargo, I promise you. I was just at their Atlantic City card and the BKFC would have filled the arena, and they were at the Boardwalk Hall, and I sat front row, and it's a good show, right? Like the production's good, right? The fights are good, but they're not getting the eyeballs, and to me, they're a sinking ship, right? Like there's no way they're making money. There's no way they're making money. It's not possible. There's
Yeah,
no way they're making money. They're not selling tickets unless they're holding on to the idea that ESPN is going to give them a big deal because the UFC isn't with ESPN anymore, and Paramount gave UFC all that money, so they kind of set like a really high threshold for for that. But at the end of the day, if you don't have the eyeballs, it doesn't matter. And the PFL is they don't have the eyeballs. They don't. And it is what it is. It's not a slight on the product. They're good fighters. They're high class fighters. They're just not generating the eyeballs. And it's because they're shit, I can't say this. They're Canadian football.
Hey, don't even sweat it, bro. I'm a big CFL hater. I don't watch that shit. I'm like, you got to
No,
get
but
more
you
than
hear what
six
I'm
teams.
saying?
Yes.
But that's what I'm saying. They're like the CFL of
Yeah.
the you get
Yeah.
what it's like you're in arena football
No,
and
that's
like
bang on,
you
bro. That no
yeah, you
offense
have to
taken.
be the first to do it. Yeah, you have to be the first to do it. And bare knuckle is the first to do it. Right? That's why they are who they are. There's other bare knuckle promotions.
Yeah.
They exist. They're just not bare knuckle. It's just not BKFC.
Yeah.
And the UFC was the first to do it, and the PFL are just runner up. And unfortunately, the fan knows that. So, like, you can sign Francis Ngannou, but you only signed Francis Ngannou because the UFC couldn't get the deal done,
Yeah.
right? Like that, it's not because he didn't want to fight in the UFC. He wanted to fight in the UFC. They just didn't give him what he wanted. Yeah. So to me, it's these guys. The guy, anybody who says they won't fight bare knuckle, it's for the camera, and it's because they haven't been offered the right number. You know. So to me,
Yeah.
it's bullshit. Like, what are you talking about, dude? You do MMA. Like, what's the difference? Like, you're gonna get elbowed in the fucking
Yeah.
cheekbone. Your
Need.
cheek is gonna split open, right? Or kneed, or
Yeah.
head kicked, or like that's the same fucking thing, dude. Get
100%.
out of here. Like it's the
100%.
same
I hear
thing.
you.
Why? Because they're yeah.
I feel like boxers actually find comfort in coming over now too, right? Because they know they don't have to worry about anything else. No takedowns, knees, nothing like that. They can stick to their boxing. Obviously, they find out it's a little bit more than that when guys start grabbing them by the back of the neck and
Mhm.
giving them the business. But Trout's done a good job, and even
Yeah.
Herring,
Trout,
he
Trout,
looked
Trout.
okay.
Yeah, Trout. Trout was a good conversion from boxing to BKFC. To me, the way I analyze it is sorry, my wife's alarm. The way I analyze it is the difference between bare knuckle and any other sport is your brain wants to stop what you're doing when you get hit with a bare knuckle. Like your brain says, don't fucking do that anymore. Whereas in with a punch with a glove on, it doesn't feel like your brain's not telling you to stop. Like I mean, the average person it will, but in MMA, it's like you have to almost be like wobbled in order for like your body to stop what it's doing, right? Like a good lick, like you're gonna keep coming forward. But with a bare knuckle, like a good lick may not even like wobble you, but like you're like, shit. Like your brain is saying, like, don't do that anymore. So guys quit from just
Yeah,
getting punched with a bare knuckle because it's a different type of impact. For instance, Mike Perry, right? Mike Perry is not a fucking skilled fighter. He's not, right? Like the dude is a great showman. He says all the fucking right things, but he's not like a super technical, like clean, like cutting angles, orthodox. Like he's just as tough as fucking nails, man. You
yeah,
hit
he's
him like, and
cinder
he
block
doesn't
heavy.
have that. He doesn't have that thing in his brain that says like that hurt. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't have that, and Eddie will tell you like you gotta fucking shoot the guy because unless you knock him out, he doesn't have that switch
Yeah,
that says that sucked.
you
You know
got
what I
you got
mean?
that first two rounds to knock him out. If not, he just keeps coming.
He just keeps coming,
He'll
and
eat
it's
those
like
shots.
he eats them. He eats them because he doesn't like, and they're clean shots. Like his face is swollen
Yeah,
and
he
battered and
he
cut.
doesn't even
But
bother blocking, but he stays locked on that way. But he just eats those shots.
yeah, yeah, it's I'm telling you, it's that switch, and for me, it's like that's the toughness, that's the grit, that you need to do bare knuckle. Like you have
Mm.
to have that in your head, that switch that doesn't tell you to stop. I don't even know if I have that switch yet, to be honest with you. I haven't been hit, right? So like, I mean, I've taken good licks in the gym with little gloves. I've been hit with MMA gloves, but I haven't really taken a clean shot in bare knuckle yet. Like I've no cuts, no anything.
Yeah, quick fights.
So quick fights, good head movement, right? Putting my body in positions, right? Knowing the guy who I'm fighting. Like when I fought Rumsey, I knew that he liked to throw the check left hook, right? So what we were working, I actually posted a video on my Instagram of it, is getting that left hook out of him, right? Like throw jabs, throw feints, get him to throw that check left hook and then come in behind the left hook or come in underneath the left hook. Um, so that's why I wasn't hit. It was like I knew my opponent. I knew how to make him do what I wanted him to do. I knew how to set traps, right? Like a lot of these guys don't even know how to set a trap, right? Like they don't even know how to get a guy to a place where you want him, right? Like we wanted Calmus up against the ring, up against the cage. Like we knew if I got his back to the cage, he was done. He wasn't coming off the cage, right? So
Yeah,
I just had to cut him off and get him to a place like even if I'm throwing punches just to move his body, right? Like just throw a set of a combo to get him to move, and then when he moves, cut him off and get his back on the ring. Some of these guys don't even know like things to do, like things like that. And that's what we did to Calmus. Like I just knew I could beat Calmus if I got him up against the cage. I just knew it because he didn't have any defense. Like he wasn't like he had like good head movement or good high guards or good shields. Like he wasn't, his foot movement wasn't good. What he was is just tough. He's another one of those guys who have that switch that doesn't go off.
yeah,
So I knew that.
he was
Yeah, I'm
because
sorry. Go ahead.
he just, the ref had to step in. It might have
Uh
even been
huh.
smart for him just to step back and take a knee, get that 8 count,
Yeah.
but he just wouldn't go
Yeah.
down, and the ref couldn't let that go on.
No. No, because I wasn't going to stop. It was like we actually train. So we train. If you get them on there, just touch them up. Keep touching them because it doesn't look good. Even if the punches aren't hard or landing with any significance, it doesn't look good. The optics of it, right? The ref will stop it just because of the optics. So we train that, right? Like that at the end when I just boom, 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 like we were training that, right? Like I trained all this stuff. We trained all the combos, all the entries I had. One of the guys who I like the way he fights is King Kai, right? Like
Mm.
he has entries, right? Because he's a wrestler, he strings things together, right? Like he'll engage, he'll disengage, he'll cut the angle, he'll engage, he'll disengage. Everything's set up, right? Like he's got entries, he's got exits. It's like that, it's like stringing together a wrestling flow, right? Like when you're wrestling, he grabs this, I grab that, you grab this, I grab that. And he brings that wrestling thinking to bare knuckle, and he's had a lot of success. Uh, you know, he's not the most exciting because he doesn't really knock people out, but he beats people up. He beats people up.
Yeah, he wins. You can't take
Yeah,
that
he
away from him.
wins.
He's a champ for the reason,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, he's never lost, and I think he's got the title defenses too, doesn't he? How many times does he
I
defend his
think
title? Like
so.
four
I think
times.
Yeah, I think that's accurate. I don't know what the number is, but I believe you're right about that one.
Yeah, and they're quick to call. Uh, what's the other guy's name? They're quick to call the other guy who Trout beat for they're quick to
Palomino?
call him the goat. Yeah, or they're quick to call Hunt the goat, bare knuckle. But to me, it's King Kai, right? Like to me, it's like I don't know. I mean, it's not even a debate. The guy can't be beat. Like you can't beat him. So
Yeah. He's been
you know,
he's been in some good ones. We'll see what's next for him. They got a I think they announced his fight. I can't remember the guy's name, but he's a boxer. He's a boxer coming over, I believe. He's gonna
yeah.
fight Kai. I think
So
so anyway.
he's got no bare knuckle fights.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. So
Yeah,
that might be a problem for him. But anyway,
yeah. That's so. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
let's go back, man. Let's go back because before you're an MMA guy, you crossed over to bare knuckle, but before that, you were a linebacker, NCAA,
Yeah,
three division, brother.
yeah.
Talk a
Uh,
little bit about that.
I played college football. So in high school, I played football. I played weight football growing up as a kid. Played 19 years of football. Yeah, man. I played middle linebacker in college. I was an athlete. Like I could run, right? I could. get lateral, I could get vertical. I was big, strong, and fast. Like anyone who played with me in college, they knew like, oh, Brady will run you down, dude. Like I could run. I was athletic, strong, and I bring that athleticism over to bare knuckle, right? Like a lot of these guys aren't athletes. You know, it's like that when you grow up playing sports, you have that uh quick twitch, muscle memory, right? Like you have a developed hand-eye coordination that I've been developing since I was a kid, you know what I mean? And with football it's like that toughness, that ability to not give up, right? Like to be down and fight back. Like I got all that from football. Yeah, I mean football was kind of like my saving grace as a kid, right? Like I had kind of a rough upbringing and football was kind of always the thing that was really consistent in my life that, was always there. So, yeah, I played in college and I was good. I started middle linebacker at my school and it was a good career. I met a lot of friends and yeah, man. Yeah, it was a fun time in my life.
Yes. So, you born and raised in Philly?
Right outside of Philly, just south of Philly in Delaware County.
Okay. So you were
Yeah, just south of Philly, but everybody says Philly because,
did
we're 10
did
minutes from Philly. I could walk to Southwest Philly if I wanted to.
so would you say your bare knuckle career might have started on the streets of Philly?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We were always fighting, man. We were always fighting. Always. Always. We played a lot of roller hockey. We were always fighting in roller hockey. When I was a kid, it was like there was no cell phones, so it was like we were outside in the streets.
Yeah.
And when there was a dispute, like you fought over it, like you just fought. And you brush yourself off and maybe you're cool, maybe you're not. But there was a lot of fights for sure, man. It was a rough childhood, man. It was you took my baseball card, so we're gonna fight. You know what I mean? It was like that's what you did.
Yeah.
Fucking, you
That's uh,
broke the head off my GI Joe. We'd be out in the street fighting.
that's
It was like
yeah,
that's what we did.
it's one way to settle it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm coming out to Philly and I was wondering like where's the top food spots, man? Like where's the number one
Uh,
cheesesteak?
all right. So my favorite cheesesteak is Phillips.
Phillips,
Phillips
okay.
is my favorite cheesesteak. Yeah, Phillips.
You
It's
got
just
the
I've had
you
to
use the
and
whiz?
Doughhead.
Doughhead.
Whiz, yeah, whiz. I do whiz without for my Phillips cheesesteak. And then for pizza, you got to go to Doughhead.
Doughhead, okay.
Yeah. My man Joe Betzel is the owner of Doughhead, and they have the best pizza in Philadelphia, bar none. They just had the guy from Barstool over there.
Oh,
I want
Dave.
to say they got yeah. I want to say he got like a high 8 or something, like a
Ooh, all
really
right.
good score.
That's big.
Yeah, he. I want to say he got this. Yeah, I want to say he got like the second highest score in Philly.
Damn.
And I texted Joe. I was like, "Yo, man, congrats on the high score." And he's like, "Dude, my business doubled overnight because of that. It's crazy." But
Yeah.
the pizza's good, man. The pizza's really good. He actually, when they first opened, he sent over a bunch of pies. I think we had a watch party for someone fighting here at my house, and he sent over a bunch of pizzas. He's a good buddy of mine. So Doughhead Pizza, it's actually across the street from Pat's and Gino's. So Pat's and Gino's Steaks is like right in South Philly, the heart of South Philly, and he's got the pizza place he's across from Pat's, but
Okay.
Gino's is across from Pat's, so it's like it's right there. So
I'm
when
gonna
you get here, you got to do Doughhead Pizza, and then you got to do Phillips cheesesteaks.
All right, let's go. I know I've been waiting for somebody to give me the insight. I've been
Yeah,
watching videos on
yeah,
YouTube, foods popping up, and I'm like, yeah, I
yeah,
definitely, I definitely need to
yeah,
do the cheesesteak. I want to try one with the whiz, one without the whiz, and maybe a hoagie, and definitely some pizza. Obviously,
yeah,
you gotta get that pizza. What's
yeah,
what's
yeah.
what's
Get
the
Doughhead.
brick? What's the brick like on his pizza?
I like just plain old pepperoni, man. I'm just a pepperoni guy. That's
Okay,
it. I don't
okay,
get crazy. I don't do anything fancy. I just like pepperoni, and I dip the crust in blue cheese.
okay. Blue
I don't know
cheese.
why. I like dipping my crust in blue cheese. Yeah, it's fucked up, but whatever.
I usually save it for the wings, but I might have to test it out. We'll see. I like blue cheese
Yeah,
too,
it's
so you
good.
know what? It might just be for
Yeah,
me. Um,
yeah, it's good.
so also I've been seeing on your social media you've been taking some body shots lately, trying to
Oh yeah,
get the attention of Shane Gillis.
yeah.
So is he in? I heard that he might be in for that walkout.
Well, he said I'm in, right? He responded to a video and he said I'm in. My boy Maniac Malloy made this video. It was really well done and it got Shane's attention and he wrote I'm in. But I haven't heard anything else. I DM'd him and he didn't respond, but I'm sure he gets flooded with DMs. He did start following me on Instagram, but I don't know what that means as far as like whether or not he's in. He could have been drunk, right?
Yeah,
Like he could have been like sitting there watching videos, hammering beers. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm in, which is cool. Whatever. I mean, I wouldn't hold it against him if he didn't do it and he said he was in. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
You
I said I would do things that I never did either. Look. I think it's cool alone that he said he was in. Right, like that's cool enough. For me, the idea was uh, him dressed up as Trump and 50 Cent Many Men playing. That's like the idea that I had. That would be fucking hilarious. It would just be crazy. The
yeah,
funny thing is, I don't know if people would boo or cheer now, right? Like, there's so many mixed feelings about Trump right now. It's like a lot of Trump supporters, like, had kind of like taken a back seat. Some of them like went full bore. It's a crazy time right now with the American politics. I don't really partake in any of it, to be honest with you. I'm too busy working and trying to win fights to really care about politics. I just feel like it would be fucking hilarious if Shane Gillis dressed up as Trump
well,
and
100%.
50 Cent was playing.
He's the hottest in the game right now too. Like I'm sure that
Yeah,
would
he's
draw.
actually doing a show. He's doing a show in because he's a big fan of Philly. He lived in Philly for a little bit, I think, and I think he's from just outside of Philly. I think he's like just outside of Westchester, and he has that show Tires.
Yeah,
I think that is set just outside of Philly. So I know he is a big fan of the area, and he's got a big show at the Link in July that we're going to, that everyone's going to be at. That's probably the hottest ticket this summer is Shane Gillis at the Link. So for me, it was like a no brainer for him to like cross promote his show at the BKFC show, right? I mean, not that I don't think he's going to have a hard time selling it out, but if you really wanted to seal the deal, you would promote yourself at a sold out Xfinity Mobile Arena and really put a stamp on a sold out Lincoln Financial.
let's go. Yes, and we need it would be another spectacle for Knuckle Mania, right? I must say, like
Yeah, for
Knuckle Mania
sure.
5, you were on it. Unreal.
Yeah,
Unreal card.
yeah,
Top to bottom, fucking unreal. I had to go get the t-shirt. I was like, I gotta get that
yeah.
Knuckle Mania shirt because you could rewatch that. You could rewatch that card over and over. So what do you
Mhm.
think? This one, when I look at it, like I've been getting super fucking excited for these last few weeks because I can't wait to make the trip. I'm looking at the card top to bottom, and I'm like, this one might, on paper, might be better, but like, we'll see. How do you think it stacks up compared to Knucklemania 5?
I like this card better. I like the Romero versus Hunt fight. I
Yeah,
like that fight a lot. I like the Orlovsky Ben Rothwell fight. I actually like Ben Rothwell as well, like as a person. Like him and I at DM, I might go out and train with him next week. I had to see how our schedules line up, but I might. He has a gym just outside of Chicago, so I might take a quick trip out to Chicago to get some rounds in with him because Bear Hill is a big body. As I don't think Orlovsky can can stand like his power. I don't think his chin is there. He didn't look good in Texas. I went out to Texas to see him fight in Texas, and I didn't think he looked good. Who did he fight? Stroop, I think. I don't think he looked good. I think Ben's just too experienced and too big and too tough to not win against Arlovsky. But I like the Romero versus Hunt fight. My boy Garbarino, I love anytime he fights.
Yeah, I love Johnny Canolo too.
Garbarino, yeah,
Sick.
Garbarino and I have actually been on. I think we counted the other day 8 cards together. This is going to be the 8th card
No
that
way.
him and I have fought together on. Yeah, we actually made our amateur MMA debut together. I've main evented cards that he fought on for MMA. We both fought a bunch of times for Art of War. So yeah, Johnny and I, we're good buddies too.
Yeah, shout out to Johnny. He's stand up. I talked to him a while ago. Actually, he was nursing the injury. It was after King of Violence because he was supposed to be on that card too, right, in October.
Yeah, yeah, he had to pull out because of his foot.
Yeah. So he was a little bit bummed, but you know what? Fucking he's back on Knucklemania and it's where he belongs, man. Philly's got so many good
Yeah,
fighters too, I swear. When they started coming to Philly, like it was just Knucklemania. The cards at the 2300 arena, it was just like fucking phenomenal. Knockouts, knockouts. Like
yeah,
cards are oh, I
yeah.
said it.
Pig.
I'm like something's in the air in Philly because it's always fire. It's always banger cards.
Yeah, and what's his name? Dustin Peg. Paul. How do you say his last name?
Dustin Peg?
Peg. He just won. Yeah, he just
Yeah.
won at the Mohegan Sun.
Yes.
He's from just outside Philly. He's from this area. I
Yeah,
think
he's a
he's like from
Pennsylvania guy,
up
I
there.
think too, right?
Yeah,
Somewhere around there.
yeah, yeah. So, uh, yeah, Philly people are tough because we're fucking assholes, right? Like, they're just assholes in this area, right? Like, park their cars in the middle of the street, yell at each other at red lights. There's always road rage incidents. Yeah, it's just that mentality. It's just like, fuck you, fight me. You know what I mean? It's just in us for some reason. It's like you're responsible for what you say too from Philly, right? Like you can't just say whatever you want. Um, which is something that like people do a lot now, especially online. They
On
just
the
say
internet,
whatever they
yeah.
want. Right.
I
Yeah.
feel like the internet
But like
opens bred that.
yeah, but like from Philly, if you're from Philly, like and and you talk shit on someone like from Philly online, it's like, dude, they'll go find you.
Yeah.
Like it's not like anywhere else. Like you can't just talk shit, dude. You gotta fucking and we got really tough fighters, man. Like Sean Brady, Joe Pfeiffer just got a really big fight. He's fighting Israel Adesanya, right? Like
Yeah.
Sean Brady's a top 5 welterweight, right? We got guys all over the place. My boy Ito Babuliadze, he was the first fight for Bare Knucklemania 5. If
Okay,
you
yeah.
remember that first fight,
Yeah.
Ito, and I forget who he fought, but Ito's a 5-0 MMA fighter who also fought in the PFL. He's a coworker of mine, right? Like we work together. Ito's as tough as nails, man. Love the guy. Love the guy. And he's from Georgia, but he lives in Philly and he's adopted this Philly mentality. So it's yeah, man, we're tough from the city,
No doubt. So
including my wife.
I know I told my wife, I'm like, you gotta watch our backs when we go out there. Stay off of Kensington, right?
Yeah, stay out of Kensington, that's for sure. Although the FBI just like shut it down, man. They just did a big RICO case in there where they went in and like swept up like it was like the biggest drug bust of all time ever in the history of the United States.
No
They
way.
they arrested like every drug dealer in Kensington on RICO, like saying that they were all linked together. It was like an open air drug market, man. It was pretty fucking wild.
Damn. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I'll stay off of Kensington anyway. So
Yeah.
Pat, when I plugged your number into my phone, it came up Brady Renovations. So
Yeah.
is that
Yeah.
where the nickname's coming from? The brick?
No.
No.
The brick is a funny one. Funny to me, traumatic to some others. When I was a kid, my stepdad had a landscaping company. And like I said, I had a pretty rough childhood, man. It was pretty traumatic. We were spreading mulch. So I worked for him as a kid and we were spreading mulch. And what happened is typically I would be on the wheelbarrow. So I would be shoveling mulch out of the back of the truck into the wheelbarrow. And my stepdad would be spreading the mulch. But somehow, I think he went and took a piss actually. and I was spreading the mulch, and he was shoveling into the wheelbarrow. And he comes over to me and he's like, "What's going on here? Switch." And I was down in the bed spreading the mulch, and I did one of these to him, like, "I got this." Next thing I woke up on, he had this old 50. We called it the Red Rocket. It was like an 86 50 two-door bench seat, and he had the seats were all beat up. He had duct tape on the seats. Well, I woke up on the seats with a face full of mulch, and it's like I could feel the mulch on my face right now. And I had a banging headache. I was like 10 years old, and there was a brick on the hump of the truck. So that the truck had this hump in the middle of the bench from the transmission box. And he comes over and he's like, "You all right, boy?" Because he didn't call us by name. My brother and we were called boy. He's like, "You all right?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "What happened?" He's like, "You see that brick right there? I hit you in the back of the head with it. You ever talk back to me like that again, that brick will be waiting for you." And he kept that brick on the hump of that truck for as long as he had that truck. I remember being 17, 18 years old, and he had that brick right on the hump of the truck. Look up like an 86 F-150. Right in the center, there's a hump. And there was a fucking brick on it waiting for me and my brother. So like whenever my brother and I would fight or argue or whatever, he would say, like, "You want me to go get the brick? I'll go get the brick right now." We were so scared of that fucking brick, man. I was
Bro.
terrified of that brick.
Did he
And
did he really hit you with a brick at 10 years old?
right in the back of the head. Boop.
Holy fuck,
I don't
bro.
know how hard. It probably didn't need to be that hard. It was just like a
It's a
light
brick.
bobble.
It's
It's
a
a
brick.
brick, man. A light bobble will do it. So my idea was I want people to be as scared of me as I was of that brick. Right. So for me, the brick Brady was fitting.
Yeah,
That's
that's
just
deep.
yeah.
That's a lot deeper than I
Yeah.
thought. I thought maybe you were a bricklayer. I've seen the Brady's reno, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's deep, man. And yeah, you should be afraid
Yeah.
of the brick
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the plan, man. February 7th. We're gonna we're gonna scare old division.
So is it gonna be Give Me Shelter on the walkout, Rolling Stones?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that is
Oh
it
yeah.
is it heavy classic
Always
rock
been.
in the playlist?
It's always been Gimme Shelter since my pro debut. Gimme Shelter has always been. And that comes from The Departed. In the beginning of the movie The
Okay.
Departed,
Okay.
it's playing.
Yes, yes.
And what does Jack Nicholson say in the beginning of the movie? I forget the quote, but I want to say it's super racist. But it's for me, it's like, oh, dude, when you hear that in the beginning of Departed, that first like guitar,
Oh yeah,
and yeah, for me, man, it's like, yeah, this is it, dude. This is the walkout song.
that's crazy. So anyway, I wanted to
I don't
ask
think
you.
anyone else has ever had that song.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think
Mm-mm,
so.
mm-mm.
I know it's yours now, buddy. When I hear it, I know.
Mind blowing. Yeah.
So how did you what made you transition over to bare knuckle from MMA?
Shit. Uh, so I tore my ACL in the PFL. The only time I ever lost a fight was when I hurt my knee. And I couldn't grapple, I couldn't kick, I couldn't do any of that. And I know Dave. He was a co-promoter for Art of War. I fought for his brother Damon 20 years ago when I was a kid, when I was 18. His brother had done some tough man competitions locally. And I was 18. I was just like, yeah, I'll do it, whatever. So I knew his brother really well. And he was just like, "Want to do a bare knuckle fight?" And against my wife's giving me dirty looks right now. Against my wife's better judgment, here we are. I remember when Dave first started bare knuckle. A friend of mine, Andre Petrowski, and I went and saw him, and he had the bare knuckle belt. And I remember I took a picture with the bare knuckle belt on my shoulder. I sent it to my wife, and she was like, "Absolutely fucking not. No way, ever." Here we are.
Yeah, and you have how many kids do you have? Three kids?
Four.
Four
Four. Two
kids.
with my wife
Oh,
and two from a previous, yeah.
okay. So yeah, you got a family of kids and a wife worrying. How do they feel when it's fight night? Like how do they feel about you fighting in there?
I mean, it's mixed emotions. It's my kids are excited. my wife is terrified. She can't even watch. You can't even look. She's got to be with like really close friends. But yeah, it's a tough one around this house. It's not something because it's like I just did an interview the other day and it was like this isn't really something that's super necessary for me. You know what I mean? It's like I do pretty well, right? Like I have everything. I have an abundance around me. So this isn't something that's really for anyone else but me. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, right?
Yeah. So are you chasing that title though? Are you taking it? You had that feeling on your on. You have the picture. How did it feel? Is that something
Yeah.
that you're after?
It's one fight at a time, right? It's one fight at a time. I know I'm capable of it. I know I have the skill. I know I have the ability, right? I know I have the mental fortitude. I don't know what the picture is with BKFC and where they see me as far as like the landscape. I know after I beat Calmus, I was ranked number 6, right? So with the win here, I'm sure I would be back in the top 5. I would like Parker Porter would be a fun fight for me next,
That
and
would be a
then
great
with a
fight.
win over yeah, and then with a win over him, there's no reason I shouldn't get a title fight. I would assume Perdomo is going to get the winner of Arlovsky versus Rothwell. I was a little surprised myself to see that Arlovsky got it, but I understand, right, because of his name and what he's done and the career that he's had.
Yeah.
So I understand why he got it. I don't necessarily agree with it, but it's not my promotion, right? So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter whether I agree with it or not. It's not up to me. They have to sell tickets. They have to sell pay-per-views, and Andrei Arlovsky does that. So I get it. But the next thing would obviously be Perdomo to fight the winner.
I feel like they're kind of building him up, you know. They almost like they don't want to see him lose almost, right? We'll see. We'll
It
see
feels
what
like
they do.
that.
I know Arlovsky, he's fresh. I know he's got the name, that's why they give him in, but it's also kind of the story too, right? Like he's got a couple wins on Big Ben. It's a different sport
Mm,
though, and it's a different time. And Ben's got dynamite in his hands. You know, we seen this
Dynamite.
last fight,
Listen.
last Knuckle Mania. So Arlovsky's guy, it's a tough one. We'll see how he does. But I hear you there. I was not really thinking about him when they announced the fight at all. But
Yeah, it's it's okay. I mean, it is what it is. To me, like, there's only a couple guys. You got the Cuban. You got Big Ben. You obviously still have Mick Terrell that's floating around. But the problem is when you've been champion and you lose, you kind of like lose your value to like the company at all, like in general. To me, it's like once you lose the belt, it's like, all right, dude, like you're done. And I know that's like odd to say because you're really not done, but like it's time for a new champion, right? It's like you've had it, it's over, and move on. I know that's not really like how things are or how things even should be, but it's just my perspective that after you lose the belt, like, okay, dude, you're done. Like it's over for you. That's a bad way to think of it, but it's just it's like to me, it's like, well, what's the point? You're gonna win it again and then lose it again eventually
yeah,
or win it again and then retire. It's like I understand that you want to, and like I'm a competitor. I would want to too. If I won the championship and then lost, I'd be like, I need another title shot. I want to be the champion again. Like I get it, but like at the end of the day, it's not what fans want to see. Fans don't want to see Mick Terrell again, and I like him. We chatted it up, Knucklemania 5. Like we were chummy in the back, and he's a good dude. We've DM'd a little bit, and I've asked him to fight a couple times. But like at the end of the day, it's like I doubt fans want to see him as the champ again. So it's like me, Parker Porter, the Cuban. You got Ben, and it's like I don't know if there's really any other people that really are on the rate or are exciting for me.
Anthony Garrett looked good in that Parker Porter fight too. That was a crazy fight.
He did, but he didn't either, right? Like what he looked okay, but to me there were so many spots where if he was an experienced fighter, he could have sealed the deal. There was a couple times when like he was in too tight for the range and then out of range. It's like it's almost like he couldn't get his feet where they needed to be. And that just comes with experience of fighting, right? Like in MMA, a lot of it is with your foot placement and where your feet are. And if you can't get your feet to the right place, then the strikes aren't going to be where they need to be. And that's what Parker Porter did right. Like Parker Porter got his feet where they needed to be. And when he threw the strikes, they landed where they needed to go. But Anthony Garrett did look good, but he lost. It's like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can't lose, and right, like you lost. I
Yeah.
don't know what to tell you, but I know you took it on a short notice, but you were training for somebody else, and to me, it's like when you lose, it's like you almost have to win five more in order to be considered again. Like you lose
Yeah.
that little bit of
Unless you
like
get a good matchup. If you get a good matchup against like a decent name. What do you think about Hayes the Huntsman Hepe? Have you seen him?
I think he's good too. Yeah, I asked him to fight too.
That'd be a good fight.
That would
That'd
be a
be
fun,
that'd be exciting.
the fun. Yeah, that would be a fun fight for me in Italy, or Ireland, where Connor wants to put on a show. I know he's talking about it. Hayes is good. Hayes is actually really good. You can tell he knows his range. He knows where to put his feet. He's got real clean technical boxing where like he does that baiting jab. Like he'll throw a jab to get you to return a right, and then he'll step out and return right. He'll slip and rip. Right, like he sets that up real nice, and now like, that's a good like he's setting up traps.
Yeah.
No, Hayes is good. It's unfortunate what happened where he took that cut and he lost the fight on a cut.
Yeah.
But like even then, it's like, dude, you still lost. That
Yeah.
sucks
It does
because
it does
it
suck
just now
he
he's
was
1-1 now. Where as in 2-0, he's one of the premier guys.
yeah. No, he was beating
You
his
know,
ass too, man. And then even after he
beat
had
him
that
up.
split,
He would still would have won the fight with the split. They should if he would have fought with that split.
yeah,
I promise you, he would have fought with that
I
split.
know.
He's
I
got
know.
tattoos on his face. Like, let him fight with a fucking cut on his eyeball. Who
I
cares?
know.
You know,
Unfortunate that
they
you know
shouldn't
what?
let him fight. But I get it. I understand why because that becomes worse.
I
Like
feel
you
like
could
it's
lose your
been tricky
eyesight.
lately too. Like there's been some fights that have been decided by cuts by the eye. You know what I mean? Like guys,
Yeah, and that's one of the downfalls with bare knuckle is as exciting as it is. It's it's a firework, right? And that's good and it's bad. It's good in the sense of you don't need to have people's attention, right? To get their attention, right? Like they don't need to sit down and dig in for a fight. They can kind of just watch and get excited and move on to the next one. Almost like a TikTok reel, a lot of highlights, but it's hard to like fall in love with a character because you don't get to see a lot of them. You don't get to see a lot of your favorite fighter. And that's because of the brutality of the sport, right? The cuts, I think where it is right now as far as the growth, right? The growth of the sport, it's hard because you have to grow the sport and grow the promotion and get guys on the microphone and give guys the opportunity to talk in front of a camera or but all that stuff costs money, right? Like all of that stuff costs money and it's hard, it's not easy, man, and they're doing a really good job at growing the sport at the pace of which they've grown it. Like I don't think anyone has ever been able to scale the company, a combat sports company, the way that Dave has. um like even the UFC and the way that they grew, they took longer than what the BKFC did to grow. But it's like the brutality of the sport and the vulnerability to the cuts. It's hard, and how fast the fights are. It's hard to really develop a character and like the WWE, right? Like WWF, like you got to develop a wrestler, like give them a backstory. You can't really give BKFC fighters backstories because you got to see more of them,
mm,
and it's a brutal sport to be out there fucking four times a year. You know what I mean? It's a lot. It's a lot. And it's a quick fight, right? Like you're
yeah,
in, you're out, and it's like, what do you do? I don't know. I missed it. It was fucking 30 seconds
yeah,
long. You know,
yeah.
like and then he gets on the microphone for 30 seconds, and then you saw your favorite fighter for 1 minute.
Yeah,
So it's like, how do you develop a guy when he's out there for 1 minute, twice a year, 3 times a year? You know?
that's an interesting point. I never thought of it like that, but you're absolutely right about that. It's quick airtime for these guys.
Yeah, yeah. So and it's like, and that's the reality of like a combat promotion is you're getting fans because of the fighters, right? Fans don't follow sports; they follow their favorite team, right? Like they don't follow UFC; they follow their favorite fighter, and it's hard to really grip a fan and keep him without providing him with his favorite. And that's, look, I'm sure the promotion's going to work that out, and they're aware of that dynamic, right? Like it's not
Mm.
like I'm some fucking promotional genius. They're aware that they have to build their fighters. It's just a matter of I guess having the capital to do it, and um, giving the fighter the platform to do it on. And I think a lot of that's coming. I think a lot of that's in the pipeline. And they're doing big things, and they have that $25 million tournament, and I think they have some moving parts that are going on with that as far as like shows following fighters. I think some of that is in the pipeline, right? Like that's coming, and that's good. It's all good stuff. So we'll see what the future holds, man. We'll see what's coming for me, and we got a fight in front of us. And I'm worried about Bear Hill now, and maybe in a couple months it'll be fucking the Cuban.
Let's go, Perdomo, baby.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
see it. Hey, you never know. You never know. I could see that fight happening.
yeah. Why not him or Parker Porter?
Yeah, that'd be another fucking who doesn't want to see Parker Porter fight again after that last one too. So,
Yeah, for sure.
yes. So, before I just want to before I get out of here, I just want to know when you were training with John Jones, did you guys hang out at all? Like, you got any John Jones stories for me? Did you guys go out
I do,
drinking?
but I can't tell you. I don't drink, so I'm sober
Oh,
since
that a boy. Me neither.
2016.
Me neither, brother.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got sober. I'm actually coming up on 10 years.
No way. I'm
February
February.
February 1st, 2016. February
No
1st,
fucking way,
2016.
brother. I stopped
Yeah,
I
yeah,
stopped
yeah,
March
yeah.
1st last
I'm
year. So I'm coming up on 1 year.
nice shit. Yeah, that's good, man. Congrats. How'd you do
Holding
it?
holding strong for the fam, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. For me, it was AA and God, man. So it
Yes,
was
me too, brother. Amen.
yeah, yeah,
Me and the wife got converted Catholic maybe like a year and a half ago.
yeah,
We wanted our kid in Catholic school. We went through the classes
yeah.
and now we're uh
That's
now
good.
we're a part of it,
That's
man. We're
good.
relationships with
That's
God,
good.
church when we can.
That's it, man. Yeah, you got to bring them with you. You got to bring them with them.
Yes.
So it's for me, hanging out with John. Look, John's a fucking champion, man. He's a champion, and from what I saw, he carried himself like a champion. He presented himself like a champion. There was nothing really out of character for him. I know there's like stories of stuff that he's done or whatever in the past, but I didn't see any of that, and he was nothing but good to me. Right? He was nothing
Yeah.
but good to me. Like I lived at his house. I drove his fucking Escalade, and right, like
That's crazy.
he picked me up at the airport. You know what I mean? And was like, he could have sent a handler to pick me up, right?
Yeah.
What, I'll give you a funny story. We went the first day he picked me up. We went and saw fucking Beetlejuice together.
I love Beetlejuice.
Uh,
Let's go.
yeah, the new one. We
Oh,
went
the
and
new
saw
one. Ah, I was
Beetlejuice.
disappointed, bro.
Yeah.
It was
Well, I
unfinished.
mean, at the time it had just come out. At the time it had
Yeah.
just come out. So we went and saw Beetlejuice, and uh, and then we went back to his house. He's got three houses. The house that I was staying at. And we sparred in his foyer, right? Like he's like, all right, man, let's see what you got. Let's see how you move. And I'm like, what, right now? He's like, yeah, let's go. And we squared up, and like we moved around in his foyer, man. Yeah, it was a once in a lifetime opportunity. I'm grateful for it. He last time we talked, he called me and told me that his brother had passed away. The day that his brother passed away.
That was in October, right?
Yeah, yeah, that was last time I talked to John. I knew his brother, right? His brother and I were friendly, very friendly, and we had texted, every other day leading up to. I actually talked to him 2 days before he passed away, and yeah, it was a surprise to me, to be honest with you, because I was just texting with him. I was away in Carousel when I was texting with him. Yeah, he was in a good place. He was in a good place when it happened. I talked to him on Tuesday. Thursday morning, John called me and told me that Art passed away. So it was a little it was surprise, man. It was surprising to me, but uh, it just makes it like one life, man. You get one of them, and at any moment it can just be cut short. So that's why I do this. That's why I fight bare knuckle. I don't need the money. I don't need the money, and I get all the pats on the back I want at home for my kids.
Yeah.
So it's strictly for me to know that I did as much as I could when I could. So thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it.
Amen. Amen. Hey, you got any sponsors you want to shout out before I let you go?
Yeah, Life Med for sure. Executive Tree Care, Automotive Avenues. My boy Raven, he's my photographer, Ryan McElroy. He does all my content. That's my boy. Forge, the gym I train at, Chris and Kyle Dawkins.
Let's go.
That's my home gym, the Forge. Yeah, I mean, I got a good support team around me for sure. Life Med Institute has really been taking care of me.
Right on, man. Life Med, check him out. Pat,
Yeah.
hey, for the record, I've heard nothing but good things about John Jones. I actually knew somebody that said they did a little sparring with him in their driveway. They said he's a stand-up guy. I think, John just gets a bad rap. He's just a normal guy. They just want to put him under the microscope because he's fucking John Jones.
Look, man, he'll tell you himself. It's no secret. He has said it in interviews, so I'm not saying anything that he's never said before, but he struggles with some demons.
We
And
all do, man. We
I
all
think you have to have a couple demons up top to do what he does at the level which he does it. It's an ingredient in the soup that is the greatest soup of all time. You know what I mean?
love it.
It is what it is, my man.
Amen. Well, anyway, Pat, thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait to see you, Knuckle Mania. Thank you for everything. And
My man.
I got
Yeah,
to
make
make
sure you
sure,
make sure you grab me when you're in town. Make sure you grab me.
yeah, 100%, bro. Give me those food places one more time. I don't want to forget.
Yeah. We got Phillips cheesesteaks and
Phillips,
Doughhead pizza.
that was the one. And Doughhead,
And Doughhead
Doughhead and
pizza.
Phillips. Okay. Okay, champ. Thank you so much, brother.
My
I'll
man,
catch you
appreciate
out
it.
there in Philly.
Yes, sir.
Okay, take
See you,
care,
man.
bro.